Welcome to day 2 of my Easter reflection. Today I'm thinking of John chapter 18, and this is verses 37 38. It's where Pilate says, "What is truth? What is truth?" And it's in response to Jesus, actually. Jesus says in verse 37, "You say that I am a king. In fact, for this reason," Jesus says, "I was born, I was brought into this world to testify to the truth." And then Jesus makes this invitation: everyone on the side of truth listens to me. And after Jesus says this, Pilate responds by saying, "What is truth?" Or "so what?" Yeah. And I think over the years, I've heard this kind of response, maybe not in so many words, but this kind of response from people who are essentially saying to me, "I don't want to listen anymore. I don't want to listen to you anymore. Don't tell me anything more about Jesus, about him being God or him dying for my sins." And I'm thinking especially about this student who came for Bible study. He was a brilliant student, studied physics, and he asked all kinds of really interesting questions about how do you know Jesus is real? Do you as Christians, do you live out the Bible, that kind of thing. And he came week in, week out, asking lots of questions, looking for lots of answers. But one day he just walked out the door. And what he said to me was, he's a Chinese guy. He says, "Oh, I'm Chinese, so I cannot be Christian." And no longer was it a search for truth. No longer was it being objective about whether it's true or not. He's just saying, "I'm like this, therefore I cannot be like this." And it's a very sad situation to be in when you close yourself to the truth. And I suggest to you the times when we say that is when, we encounter the truth. We hear something that we don't like, and the truth actually really comes to us from God himself. He says, "If you know that this is true, you have to listen to me." So I wonder, have you ever been in that position whereby God is saying to you an uncomfortable truth that you don't just have to believe, but it calls you to submit yourself before the God who speaks to you this truth? Well, Jesus comes to us. He says that he's the king. He's the one who speaks this truth, and everyone on the side of truth listens to him.